I haven't done a video in a few weeks. I wasn't feeling well, but Baruch Hashem, it's good to be back. I hope everyone is feeling well. This week we have Parshas Erev, and it's a parsha that really should be familiar because it's the story of Yetzias Mitzrayim, and everyone is familiar with it from the Seder. So in the beginning of the Seder, we have the Dalet Lashonos of Geula. Hashem speaks to Moshe, and in 4 ways he describes how we're going to go out. V'hotzeisi, Hashem will take us out. B'tzalti, he will save us. V'go'alti, he'll redeem us. V'lokachti, and he'll take us to be his people. There's a lot to say on what each term refers to in a deeper sense. And I think we also know that it corresponds to the 4 cups of wine that we have at the Seder. That's based on the Yerushalmi. There's a 5th word, which is vehevesi, that not just going out, but also going into Eretz Yisrael. That's a big part, if not the destination, of the journey with the Torah to build the Beis HaMikdash. So in that pasuk of vehevesi, and by the way, that's the 5th cup of wine, which is the kos shel Eliyahu. So that's also represented. But in this pasuk of Vehevesi that will go into Eretz Yisrael, the pasuk says, Hashem describes Eretz Yisrael as a morasha. Now, the Torah could have said Yerusha. Yerusha means an inheritance, and we would say we have it. We have it from the Avos, was promised to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and now it's ours, Yerusha. Morasha is a different word. The Baal HaTurim points out there's one other place where we find it in the Torah. At the very end of the Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Moshe commanded us the Torah. Morasha kihilas Yaakov. Doesn't say that it's an inheritance for the congregation of Yaakov, but it's a morasha. So what does it mean with regard to the Torah and Eretz Yisrael that it's not an inheritance per se, but it's a morasha? So think of the following. It's an heritage maybe instead of an inheritance. And let's bring out the idea. So if my father was a stamp collector, by the way, my father was, but I never became a stamp collector. So if in the Yerusha I have a stamp collection and I have no affection for stamp collecting, and maybe the collection is not worth that much money, it doesn't really have value other than sentimental value, so it's an inheritance. I wouldn't say it's my heritage. My father didn't train me to have the same passion for stamp collecting that he had, so I don't connect to his hobby or what was dear to him. That's just the inheritance. It's part of the estate. A morasha means that it's in the family. It's something that I have the same love for, the same devotion. Torah is that. Torah is not just a Yerusha that I own the Torah, but I leave it on the shelf or in the Aron Kodesh, but I love the Torah. I study the Torah. I keep the Torah, and then I transmit it to my children and their children, and that's the Masorah. Eretz Yisrael, the tradition is that we love Eretz Yisrael. It's not just that we own it, we have rights to it, the deed. We think about it, and especially in a time of crisis, it's on our mind constantly, and we are proud of it. And we can't imagine being a Jew and having the identity of being a Jew without Eretz Yisrael. Just like we can't be a Jew without our connection, our identity to being Jewish is Torah. It's all intertwined. So that's morasha. And as we said, during an Sarah, a time of crisis, so then the love and the devotion and the concern and the worry is all the more so. But you don't have to live in Eretz Yisrael to feel connected, to say that it's our heritage. Those who live there have the mitzvah of Yishuv Eretz Yisrael. That's a separate topic. They're living in Eretz Yisrael. But to have the fulfillment of the morasha, that it's our heritage, that's when I daven for it, when I say extra tehillim at night, when I constantly am aware of the news, when I see that Rahman al-Islam soldiers are falling in battle, I don't just gloss over it. I learn their names. I learn about them. I think about what their families are going through, Nebuch. I feel the same pain because it's our heritage. And even though they're fighting, I'm also doing my part as much as I can because I love Eretz Yisrael. I give tzedakah to Eretz Yisrael. And as we said, We daven for its shalom, for its peace, and for its safety. So that will always be part of the Jewish people, and we should see through the Torah, through our marasha of the Torah, we should also be able to see great things happen, that we can be returned to Eretz Yisrael, all of the Jewish people, b'mhera v'yameinu, with shalom al Yisrael. Have a good Shabbos.